Hello once again, grade 9 students. We're back with another video since I am unable to attend your RISE session. To begin our lesson, let's see some photos. These are very simple photos lang naman, don't worry. I want you on your notebook or piece of paper to arrange these 3 photos. Alin kaya sa kanilang tatlo, yung sisiw, yung itlog, saka yung malaking manok, ang mauuna, yung nasa gitna, at yung nasa dulo. Sige, write your answers first, no? Done already. Sige, let's see. Of course, mauuna muna yung itlog, yung pinakamaliit. Then, magiging sisiw, tapos magiging manok. Let's see another example. Dito po kaya, kanta muna kayo. On your notebook as well, arrange these 3 letters based on what goes first and what goes last. Obviously, when you sing the alphabet song, A would come first, B would come second, and C, at least for this 3, would come third or last. Now, why did I ask you to arrange some photos? Later on, as we progress with the lesson, you will see why. This as well. Syempre, obviously, yung pinaka-cute yung una. Pangalawa, yung medyo matanda ka na. At pangatlo naman, yung with white hair and balding head already. Idea development has the same idea. You start with, let's say, smaller ones, then you slowly build them up. Would you like to be this burger? Would you like this burger? Ano lang? Yung tinapay lang. Siguro naman, mas prefer natin yung may laman, no? Let's see another type of burger. Ito, ayan. Double patty pa. Sarap tignan, di ba? Idea development can be represented by a burger. Let's see. The top bun is what we refer to, symbolizes the topic sentence. What your essay is about. The veggies, the cheese, and the meat inside the buns is what we call, or what symbolizes the supporting sentence. It adds details to the topic sentence. Kumbaga, this supporting sentences explains further the topic sentence. While the bottom bun is what we call the conclusion sentence. So when we say conclusion, we do not add new information anymore. Instead, what we do with the concluding statement is that we simply restate what has already been given. But of course, in a paraphrased manner. And to help us with the idea development, we use transitional devices. These are words or short phrases that help us link paragraphs to one another. It helps us carry over a thought from one sentence to another, from one idea to another, from one paragraph to another with words or phrases. For this session, we will be discussing 5 types of transitional devices, beginning first with additional information, second, show contrast, third, do reformulation, fourth, give highlight, and the last is make transition. Let's begin first with make additional information. Here are some examples. And also, additionally, furthermore, to, what is more, and in addition. So obviously, I think you use these words a lot when you write your essays, your theme papers. You use them to add when you want to add more details, more information about what you are talking about. Let's see the example. In addition to giving up meat, I also stopped eating dairy products. So it used, the first idea presented was that the speaker stopped eating meat. To add to that idea, the speaker also said that he or she stopped eating dairy products, therefore she used two transitional devices. In addition to, and also. No? Let's see the next one. So I was not able to change this one. It's supposed to be show contrast, not qualifying. It's show contrast. So obviously, contrast, yung magkaiba. These are some words that we use to show contrast. But, however, although, except, and unless. This is yung unang statement positive, yung pangalawang statement negative. Because to show contrast, dapat mayroong slight difference between the two parts of the sentence or the two sentences. Let's see this one. This is a cheap and simple process. However, there are dangers. If we look at this one, the first sentence, this is a cheap and simple process. Sounds positive kasi technically makakatipid ka. But the downside of, let's say, cheap processes is that sometimes they skip safety measures. So, yun yung negative side ng isang cheap na proseso or cheap, let's say, na makinarya, if we can say that. The third one is do reformulations. Reformulation sounds like a big word, but it just means revision. Revise something to make it simpler or easier to understand. Let's see. In other words, put more simply, that is to say, rather, in simple terms. These are some of the words or phrases that we can use to revise a sentence to make it easier to understand. So he is a fraud, a common thief, in other words. Not all, let's say, students would easily get what a fraud is. No? Hindi kasi siya madalas gamitin. That's why we indicated a simpler word here, thief. And then we added in other words, the phrase in other words to show that there is an explanation to make it, again, something simpler or easier to understand. The fourth one is give highlight or emphasis. Some words to use when we want to give emphasis are in particular, especially, mainly, particularly, and above all. It gives highlight to a certain idea or a certain word. Let's see the example. I love cold drinks, especially in the summer. So it highlights, although you love cold drinks, you love them even more during the summer. You highlight that specific season. Kasi oo nga naman, mainit yung panahon, syempre, masarap uminom ng malamig na inumin. Let's see the fifth one, if I'm correct. Fifth one. Fifth and last. Last is to make transition, where you move from one idea to another. Or perhaps you make reference to another. Turning to, with regard to, with reference to, as far as blank is concerned. Usually this blank here is filled with I. As far as I am concerned. No? Let's see. I am writing with reference to your job application. You are, let's say, from one idea, you went to the next one. No? But more, if we are to explain this better, it is more appropriate to say na these phrases, this 1, 2, 3, 4 phrases are more often used to refer to something. Yung may tinutukoy kang ibang bagay. I am writing with reference to your job application. Kaya siya nagsulat ng letter para sa'yo ay dahil gusto niyang pag-usapan ninyo or patunguhan ninyo yung job application na ipinasa mo. If there are questions, grade 9, feel free to send an email to me. My email is avery.lapid@esps.edu.ph. Or if you want to, just send an email to me and I can upload this video on our Orange app classroom. I hope you paid attention, no? So later on or in the coming days, we will be answering a SOAR activity in relation to our idea development lesson. So make sure to review your notes. I hope you took down notes. Hopefully, I hope you asked your substitute teacher to pause the video for you so that you can copy. But if not, as I have mentioned earlier, you can request for the video copy. So quick recap, there are five types of transitional devices that you can use, and these five are: make additional information, show contrast, do reformulation, give highlight, and make transition. To help you better remember, of course, you can always practice by writing sentences, or the first step is to memorize. So make sure to review the words so that you will be able to answer your SOAR activity. That is all for today, grade 9 students. Thank you!